My sweet and lovely Virgos, this is your horoscope for October 2024. And October seems like financial month for you because I named it for you financial life ups and downs and also financial agreements. In October will welcome us with solar eclipse, powerful one. Whenever we have eclipses, they change our life drastically, irrevocably, let's say. And they have a power of 10 new moons. So we have a new moon solar eclipse coming on 2nd of October, and that new moon solar eclipse will touch your financial house. And we also have full moon in October, which will touch your financial house. Now let's get into it. 2nd of October, we have new moon solar eclipse in your house of income, earning potential, earning skills. That's an amazing thing because this eclipse is very positive and it's happening at 10th degree, meaning those of you who are born around 1st of September will be affected the most. It's a sugar sweet solar eclipse, money sweet. And, this solar eclipse is speaking directly to specific group of people. This eclipse has special vibe to it, special character to it. And especially for those of you who are born in the beginning of September by the end of August. Plus or minus 5 days from both sides. Now, this eclipse, as I said, has special vibe, and it's a vibe of black moon and your ruler, because black moon and Mercury will conjunct this solar eclipse, meaning they will unite the powers to bring into your life changes, my dear Virgos. And Mercury being your ruler, it's all about ideas, all about income source ideas and how to earn money. Your mind will be sharp on that. And black moon. Now, black moon in astrology is associated with fears, not so positive things, but black moon is also associated with the point in your chart where you can attract attention to yourself, to your life. Now, if you're interested in your natal charts, check where is your black moon, and that's where you most potentially attract a lot of attention and people followers, so that you will know your power with what to work in, what area of your life to work to be visible, let's say. Now, black moon conjunct Mercury together with the solar eclipse gives this sort of vibe of, overcoming fear, because seems like, as I said, eclipse is also like it's itself changing the life, and black moon here adding the spices of like fear. You are overcoming your fear, sort of long held fear. If you've been afraid of something, now it seems like you're ready to welcome that thing into your life, to let yourself deal with your fear, to see how you will handle it, to see how you will overcome it. Somehow like you are allowing yourself to experience your fear real life, and with much of happiness, sort of with a smile on your face, because it's a positive one. And plus it's a new moon. New moons are new beginnings, but in this case it refers to something that you need to let go of yourself, from yourself, or someone or something, so that power within you will rise, meaning like finally dealing with your fear, whatever is that fear relates to. And in your case, it might be money fear, for example, letting go your current job, for example, or letting go your career that you've been building up so tenaciously, because you are, as a Virgos, you're such a hard workers of the zodiac, my dear Virgos. I know it all. I know it might be hard to let go, from your career, for your like step-by-step job profile, but that's exactly what you need to do. And it seems like you know it already inside and innerly, inner power. You are allowing yourself a new path, seeking a new job opportunity. And this solar eclipse is set to bring that path to your doors. And it seems like this solar eclipse has the power to bring you a new job offer, new job opportunity, new income source, and newly self-found self-confidence in earning abilities, because second house is not only financial house, it's also house of our values and priorities. You've got a new value there. You've got a new priority in your life. You are giving to some other things a value, a meaning in your life. And it's something new whole chapter. That's what eclipses bring. They don't bring stories, they bring chapters of life that will span, I don't know, at least for 6 months, because that's how it is influential. Always allow eclipses 2-3 months before and 2-3 months after they appear. Some of us, we already got a news, some of like you changing your job or changing your position in our company, or some of you guys will do it now, and some of you guys will do it in upcoming 6 months. That's how influential are eclipses. Now, also, it could be related to some expensive purchases. Now, this eclipse is set to setting a stage for you to buy something, like accumulate a wealth, sort of buying, for example, those expensive things like a house or apartment or a car, luxurious car, something which is valuable. And it seems like in the upcoming 6 months, you put your eye on that thing and you are getting to attain it. Now, during the solar eclipse, we have a trine on the sky, which is amazing one. Now, trines are always sort of a fluent aspect, it's amazing ones. And this time they are formed by 3 planets: Venus, planet of beauty and love, which will be in your 3rd house of communication, meaning bringing something like to your ear, and Mars, planet of war and also actions and motivation, which is transiting your 11th house, firing up your dreams and wishes and your future plans. And of course, communication with your friends. And Saturn, planet of work and responsibilities, which is transiting your 7th house, house of all other people, house of steady sweetheart, committed relationships. Now, these 3 planets will form this triangle, and it's amazing one. Seems like everyone around you, like you're surrounding your higher, like a bigger circle, and your friends and your family, and especially your spouse, they're all supportive sort of your idea of your new beginnings, and you are sort of on the same page, kind of you are thinking on a similar direction there. And whatever agreement you might be signing during this solar eclipse, that agreement will stay for a long time, because Saturn is the planet of age and the time, and it will make sure that it will be unshakable. For some Virgos, it might be that your spouse has such plans, and you will be supportive of her plans or his plans. And it seems like your spouse might be starting some new project which relates to media, which relates to communication, to speaking, to public speaking, and also possibly internet, like being an influencer or something. And it might be her or his life is getting a new turn, and you will be also there to support all their beginnings. Now, Venus is the ruler of eclipse, and because Venus is in this triangle, it's so amazing one. It's supporting, universe gives you that support in terms of money and in terms of relationships and in terms of communication. Sort of enjoying life to the fullest in the beginning of October. But again, remember, some of you guys, you've already got news in the beginning of September or in the beginning of August, and some of you will get in November or in December. Now, another thing happening, very astrological happening, which is serious one, Jupiter, 9th of October, going retro, meaning moving backwards until February 2025. That's how long Jupiter will slow down. Retrograde means slowing down. Now, Jupiter is the planet of happiness and luck. Wherever it is, it's showering us with opportunities. That is beneficial. Now, Jupiter is in your 10th house, and it's an amazing placement for you, because up until next July 2025, you have all these opportunities to raise your power, to raise the fame, to be influential, to get influential, and that your reputation is on the rise, because whatever Jupiter touches, it makes it bigger. It makes it expansive. That's the word with Jupiter. But because it's a retrograde, it doesn't mean that it will stop showering you opportunities to, show you and others how powerful you are in your career-wise, in your influence, your reputation-wise. but it will just, let's say, deliver its goodies a bit of a later. Now it's entering it's in a slow motion, but you still might, achieve a couple of things even during this retrograde. I think you are on a safe side, even if you still will be, let's say, looking for opportunities to raise your career profile, like looking for a more stable job or more influential, possibly CEO, because that's the 10th house in our chart. Now, 10th house is also social status house, and it seems like you might be also thinking quite a lot around your social status, social stance in a bigger circle, who you are in a bigger society, what is your role, let's say, whether it's your husband, a wife, a family man, an employee, or whatever is that, because ruler naturally rules your house of home. And it might give you also a lot of reflection until February of your importance at home, your word and your influence within your family members and within your own, let's say, family, how much reputation you have. Now, we have full moon, which is all about ending and conclusions, or like clarifying some situations on 17th of October in your another financial house. You see how financial houses are lit in October. Now, 8th house is all about finances, but money that comes from other people or other sources, not the ones that you earn, but the ones from that you get from other people, like for example family budget, like from your husband or wife that you share, or money that comes from a government, like let's say alimony, or if you're a student, it's your scholarship funding, like tuition fees, like whoever is funding there, or it's also about bank loans, 8th house, and your investments, if you have such, like investments in stocks, whatever is that, and any financial instruments, and also your insurance here, and your also tax applications here, plus your inheritance is also here. Now, all these areas of your life will be lit, one or two, of course, for you guys, but especially for those of you who are born 15th of September, plus or minus 5 days around this date, because it's happening at 24 degrees. And, this full moon will conjunct Chiron, meaning uniting force with the Chiron. And Chiron is a healer in astrology. It's a mentor. It's a teacher. And, happening in your 8th house, it's such a magical house. It's also subconscious mind house. 8th house is a mystical house in astrology. All the things that are happening, let's say magically recovering or healing, it's all about 8th house. And here is Chiron is activated too. If you had, let's say, such concerns health-wise, don't worry, my dear Virgos. Universe is on the way to deliver you good news, health related, because there is a possibility of magically healing. Put your mind at work to heal yourself, whatever is that, even if it's psychological wound or physical one, any type of wound. But so and be prepared that it might not be as you expected, the result, even with the healing, or the ways how it will heal, because Mars, ruler of this full moon, somehow will be sending not friendly beams to that full moon from your house of wishes. Just lower a bit your expectations around your, health situation if you have them, if you have such a situation. But anyhow, in the long run, this is like a very amazing possibility that you will be magically healed. And, something coming to an end in your house of critical situations. And I mean, of course, like surgery, some sort of crisis situations, because 8th house is all about that. And full moon happening there is finishing with sort of healing. Or if you've been, attending therapy, then your therapy is coming to an end, and you might be feeling more relieved. With Chiron, they're very active during this full moon, meaning your mentor, your healer, and Jupiter, planet of luck and happiness, will be sending amazing beams to that full moon, which will be situated in your career house in the long run. And for some Virgos, it might be about investments and money. If you've been trying to get a loan from the bank to apply for one, or to get approved one, or trying, let's say, get alimony, and you are in a, let's say, divorce process, if that's your situation, or you're a student and you are hoping to get a financial fund, help from government or institutions or universities, then you might be granted of that help, financial help. You might get a news of your bank loan is approval, because Jupiter is there, and it's exactly sending being from your house of social status, like reputation. Your reputation will be very handy here, it will precede you, your name sort of precedes you, and it will help you in all these situations. Now, because Mars is also, sending unfriendly beams from your friendship house, it might be related to one or two friends around this full moon. It might be about them, the critical situation might be happening in your friend's life, and which will directly affect you. They might need sort of operation, or they will have a sort of family crisis there, or money crisis that you will need to help financially as well, and you will try your best to support and psychologically and financially, it seems like. Now, this 8th house is also about conception. If that was your wish, then this full moon might bring you desired news of your pregnancy, or you might finally undergo those IVF kind of thing, like in vitro things, if you're in the process of this, like using non-traditional ways. It might be the time you will finally decide to do something around that situation in your life too. And 8th house is intimate house, it's about intimacy, and it seems like there might be sort of a finish line there with someone in your life. Maybe it's will be the time that you will finally say goodbye with a good heart, because Chiron is there. It's a healing, so you will say goodbye to some people, like friends, or your ex-husband or ex-wife, ex-partner, and in love or in business, on the good terms, like saying goodbye to each other. Someone's role in your life is coming to an end. Now, I would also like to talk about 2 interesting days in October. 22nd of October, we have Sun, Pluto, and Mars, arguing between each other. And it's more of a war, because Pluto is a transformation planet and Sun is a life planet. Now, these two are big, heavy planets, and between them, argument is more like a war, not an argument. And of course, Mars will not miss the party. Being a planet of war, will send harsh beams to both of them. And here, because your 2nd, 5th, and 11th houses are, playing huge part, it seems like something related to your joy of life is coming to under critical situation, like on around 22nd of October. Stay positive, try to stay positive, not to involve into any arguments related to money, related to kids, and related to your future plans. This could be the discussion, and this could be the potential topic of your disagreement with whomever you will have that disagreement. And also money will be playing a lot of big part there, and another part could be also business and future plans, and some contractual agreements there might go a bit of a wrong way around 22nd of October, my dear Virgos. And another day, 25th of October, vice versa, will be one of the positive ones. And 25th of October, we have Mars and Uranus giggling together. Uranus is the planet of surprises and shock, and Mars is the planet of action. These two are a bit of explosive, but looking at their contact with each other, how they are giggling, it seems like will be positively shocking experience or shocking information, positively shocking information, don't forget about that, or positively shocking sort of event might pop up in your life around 25th of October, around these dates. And Uranus being in your 9th house, Mars being in your 11th house, something that you've been wishing for a long time might present itself in your life, that you will be positively shocked and possibly might not know what to do with that. And it might be also related to your work. You might you might be contacted by foreign companies as well, because of your rising high profile, career profile. And it might be related to one or two friends who will make a surprise, like a, let's say, surprise trip as well, visiting you or you visiting them, or meeting, mutually agreeing somewhere to meet, but at the same time it still will have a shocking revelation there, which will make you happy in one way or another, my dear Virgos. Now, this was your horoscope for October. Always check your rising sign and moon sign too, and enjoy October. Allow yourself to be financially free, because you have all the cards in your hand in October, my dear Virgos. Love you all. Bye bye.